How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Countdown video. We only have 63 days left until the game's released on December 7th, and today we'll be taking a look at another supposed leak. As always, and I cannot stress this enough, we have no idea if this leak is true or not, so make sure you take it with a grain of salt and realize that I'm talking about this just for fun. If you'd like to read along while I talk, you can find a link to the original post in the description bar down below. And now, with all of that out of the way, let's jump right into the newest leak. So today's leak comes from 4chan, and it's actually really interesting because this is the supposed Smash Direct script that Sakurai will be using in the upcoming Direct. It's posted by LeakerKoon, and it starts by saying, "For 4chan's birthday, let us celebrate with the best celebration of all, leaking the next Smash Direct." Fade in. 1. Cinematic. 2. Interior office. Sakurai is sitting at his desk in a well-lit room. Sakurai starts by saying, "Hello everyone, my name is Masahiro Sakurai, Game Director for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We have a lot of information to reveal today, so we hope that you do not feel too overwhelmed." First of all, we take a look at some gameplay overlay. Sakurai continuing, "Ken, the original Echo Fighter, is joining the fray. He is based on his Street Fighter II appearance. While Ken shares some of his moves with Ryu, the way he throws his opponents is very different, and so are his animations." After that, we go back to the office view. Sakurai continues by saying, "Now, it's time we talk about the latest Pokemon to take part in the battle. Just like Greninja, we chose Decidueye by viewing concept art before he was even in the game," and then he laughs. Next, we have some more gameplay overlay of Decidueye. Decidueye is an archer that uses accuracy along with his grass and ghost abilities to unleash devastating combos. His arrows have a special effect that you can get rid of by jumping. His final smash is based on his Z move, Sinister Arrow Raid, and it really packs a punch. After that, we move back to the office view. Sakurai continues by saying, "Decidueye also brings a surprise with him in the form of a new fighting stage. Last time, we told you the number of stages was 103, but it seems we forgot a few. Please take a look." We then get some more gameplay and move back to the office view. That's right, this brings the number of stages to 108. We've also included a new option for every stage in the form of Smashville. This is not a last minute addition, but we wanted to keep a few surprises. You'll also be able to play the Battlefield and Final Destination versions of every Super Smash Bros. Game, which is a great trip down memory lane. Let's move on and take a look at a few items, Pokemon, and assist trophies that we've added to the game. We then have another gameplay overlay where we see all of these new items, and then we go back to the office view. Sakurai continues by saying, "We said we would show you every character before the game comes out on December 7th, but we've decided to keep a few items, Pokemon, and assist trophies secret so that players get a few surprises once the game comes out. While I'm on the subject of assist trophies, we have something to show you." We then get another gameplay overlay, and Sakurai continues by saying, "That's right. Due to popular demand, we decided to give Waluigi and Shadow the Hedgehog a promotion. Waluigi is a brand new fighter, and his moves are based on the many sports games he's participated in. We worked very hard to make him a unique fighter, and we hope you'll enjoy dueling Luigi's arch rival. Shadow is Sonic's Echo Fighter, and his moves might seem familiar, but he almost made it as an original character. He is slower than Sonic's, but his attacks send his opponents farther and pack more of a punch. Speaking of Echo Fighters, we have one last to show you. Please take a look." After that, we see another office view, and Sakurai continues by saying, "Daisy, Lucina, Dark Pit, Richter, Chrom, Dark Samus, Ken, Shadow, and Ganon brings the number of Echo Fighters to 9, which is a lot compared to past games." After that, we get another gameplay overview, and Sakurai continues by saying, "We have worked very hard on making these similar characters feel unique by giving them entirely new models and animation." We then go back to the office view, and Sakurai continues by saying, "Last time, we teased a new mode for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Some of you may have cracked the code. Introducing Spirits, a brand new single-player campaign in the veins of Subspace Emissary from Super Smash Bros. Brawl." We then see some gameplay, and then go back to the office. This story is full of twists and turns, so we don't want to reveal too much, but be assured that this mode will please the fans of the adventure mode from Super Smash Bros. Melee and Subspace Emissary both. It is through this mode that you will unlock the characters. Just like in the past, you can always opt on brawling it out with your friends instead. Classic and All-Star mode are also back. While we're on the subject of modes, I'd like to talk a bit about online. We then get some more gameplay, and Sakurai continues by saying, just like in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, you'll be able to choose between for glory and for fun. This time around, we've removed Global Smash Power, and we've replaced it with a ranking system that matches you with a player of similar skill. Every month, you'll have to fight your way back to the top. If you make it in the top 15 ranks, you'll also be rewarded with a new costume. We think this is a fresh way to motivate players around the world. In For Glory mode, players will both pick a stage between Final Destination, Battlefield, and Smashfield. The stage will be chosen with a coin toss. Since the ranked mode matches you with a different player each time, we're also introducing a way to rematch that player in casual matches after the match ends. In casual matches, the loser of the previous match gets to pick the next stage. Let the battle begin. We then go back to the office view, and Sakurai says that's about all we have to show you for today. We have put a great deal of work to make this project happen, and we really hope that you will enjoy your time. The game is now ready for launch, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate includes over 900 songs, 108 stages, 9 Echo Fighters, and 73 unique fighters. When suddenly, Phoenix Wright comes out and says, "Objection." We get a cinematic for him, and then we move back to the interior office. Sakurai says, "He's right, Your Honor. It seems I forgot to show off our final guest as well as other newcomers. Before we go, we have 2 more surprises for you. On behalf of the entire development team, thank you so much for watching." We get the final character cinematic, and then the screen fades out. So now that we've gone over the entire leak, let's talk about it a little bit. So while reading this leak, the very first thing that came to my mind was, is all of this information going to be enough for us to justify calling it a 33-minute Smash Direct? And honestly, it is. There's a ton of information in here, and obviously with the cinematics and everything like that, there's no way this Direct could be less than 30 minutes. So in terms of the actual content of this leak, apparently the very first character that's going to be revealed is Ken from Street Fighter. Sakurai calls him the original Echo Fighter and explains that his appearance is from Street Fighter 2, and although he shares all of his moves with Ryu, the way he throws his opponents is very different, and so are his animations. Obviously, we know that Echo Fighters share all of their characteristics with the character they're based on, but they can have different properties, they can have different animations and stuff like that, as we've seen with Dark Samus, Chrom, and all those other guys, so obviously that makes sense. Next, we get introduced to a brand new newcomer. Apparently, instead of Incineroar, this leaker is claiming that we're going to get Decidueye. When we first started talking about Smash leaks, Decidueye was the Pokemon on every single person's list, but then Vergaben came out and he said that Incineroar was going to be the Pokemon that was representing Gen 7. Honestly, I like the way that Decidueye is described in this leak. I think that his concept sounds extremely cool. I think his Z move as his final smash is also awesome. And honestly, if Decidueye gets in over Incineroar, I'd be pretty happy just because I really like Decidueye. Next up, Sakurai confirms that we are in fact going to have a total of 108 stages, and also we're going to get a Smashville version of every single stage. As you guys know, or I guess if you don't know if you don't follow competitive Smash that much, Smashville is one of those stages that is highly competitive and is used in basically every tournament, so I think the addition of Smashville as like on every stage would be extremely cool, and I think a lot of people, including myself, would be extremely happy about it. Not only that, Final Destination and Battlefield aren't typically the stages that are started out on in competitive play, and it's usually Smashville, so if they did do that, that's just Sakurai giving a nod to the competitive community, and I think that sounds extremely cool. After that, apparently we'll be able to play on all of the versions of Battlefield and Final Destination from all of the previous Smash games. I've talked about this a lot on the channel, and honestly, I really hope this ends up happening. This is the ultimate Smash Bros. Game, and it probably wouldn't take as much time to code them since they already have like the basic setup for them, so hopefully this does end up happening. Next up, and I think this is going to make a ton of people really happy, apparently Waluigi got promoted from an assist trophy to a new character. Honestly, when I was reading this at first, I was a little skeptical, but at the same time, Waluigi has such a huge fan base and a ton of people really want him in the game, that if Sakurai wanted to put him in the game, they probably could. I mean, with his assist trophy, he already kind of has a moveset, so I guess it wouldn't be too hard for them to make him a playable character, and not only that, in the Smash Ultimate Direct for E3, we actually got to see Waluigi get beaten up and killed, which means that all of his animations are already ready to go. Do I think this is going to happen? Probably not, but it is a possibility. Next up, we have the addition of Shoutout as an Echo Fighter for Sonic, and Sakurai states that originally he wanted to make him an original character because Shoutout is pretty different from Sonic in a lot of ways, but he ended up borrowing so many of Sonic's assets that he did end up becoming a Echo Fighter for him. Personally, I know a lot of people are seeing this coming, and I really wish he was his own unique fighter, but at this point, I'll take what I can get. After that, Sakurai starts to talk about Spirits mode, so apparently it is going to be a melee adventure / brawl subspace hybrid, but it looks like there's a little bit more emphasis on the subspace emissary portion of it. So it sounds pretty cool, and apparently this is how you unlock characters. For those of you guys who didn't play Brawl Subspace Emissary, first of all, I highly recommend you play it. It's a masterpiece, but you could earn all of the characters through that. I also like that he's keeping the original way of unlocking characters just by doing versus matches for those of you who don't really like the single player campaigns, but I for one am super excited about this making a return. Then Sakurai talks about online modes a little bit, and apparently we're going to get both For Glory and For Fun back. I really like this idea of what he's doing with For Glory, which is basically that if you are in the top 15%, or like if you're ranking in the top 15, I'm not really sure how the rankings are going to work at all, but once you're ranked in the top 15, you actually unlock new costumes. We all know that Sakurai wants this game to be super competitive and played it at a competitive level, and honestly, I think that doing stuff like this is going to make people want to play at a competitive level. Not only that, apparently you can play rematches versus the person that you just played, which I think sounds really cool. So if you just lost and you really want to play that guy again, you will get the opportunity to do so. Also, I like the skill-based ranking because there are some people who are better at Smash than others, so I think that overall that just sounds really cool, and as you get better at the game, you play versus better people. I think that sounds awesome, and I really hope that's included. And then finally, apparently we're going to be getting 2 newcomers, but it doesn't say who the other one is. So first of all, we know for a fact that we will be getting Phoenix Wright as a brand new fighter, and honestly, I think that he's one of those surprise characters that nobody really saw coming, so I could kind of see this happening. I'm not really sure what kind of moveset they'd give Phoenix Wright, but if he does make it into the game, I think that that would be super cool because I know a lot of people really like him. And then we have the other character, which we don't know who he is at all, so I'm assuming it's going to be someone like Zeno or something like that. But as of now, we're just going to have to wait and guess and speculate for right now. So overall, I'm just not really sure, but I guess we're going to find out soon enough. So now that we've talked about this whole leak a little bit, do I believe that it's real? Honestly, I'm not really sure. A lot of the characters on this list are super strange, like bringing Waluigi in as a newcomer, even though he's already confirmed as an assist trophy. Personally, I'm not really sure if that's going to end up happening, but I guess we're going to have to wait and see. If I was going to rank this from happening to not happening, I'm going to say that this is probably like a possible, like, this could happen. We all know Sakurai is super unpredictable, but I wouldn't bet on it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you let me know what you guys think about this leak in the comment section down below. Do you guys believe it's real? And would you be happy if it was? Why or why not? Thanks again so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.